TUGS, Kidnapped. Written by Fiona Hardwick and based on the television series created by David Mitton and Robert D. Cardona. Read by Ellis Pagan and Chris Dale. The tugboat, for its size, is the most powerful craft afloat. And the Star Tugs are the power behind the docks and waterways that make up the big city port. This is TUGS. I remember it was Sunshine's first season as part of my Star fleet. He loved being part of the team ever since I acquired him. He was always working hard, doing his best to help 10 Cents and the other tugs. When there were spare moments between jobs, he listened to the others swap tales of their past adventures.
The old paddle steamers were so elegant,
said OJ.
That's nothing compared to the luxury liners these days, my dears.
Hercules joined in.
I remember the day the Duchess was launched. My word, what an honour it was to be part of her flotilla.
Top Hat came over. What's happening, chaps? He asked.
OJ and Hercules were telling me about paddle steamers and liners, said
Sunshine.
They've had loads of exciting adventures.
Oh, haven't we all, dear boy, haven't we all? Interrupted Top Hat grandly. My, I could tell you some stories.
Oh, yes, please.
Sunshine was waiting. I can't seem to recall anything in particular now. Another time, perhaps. Haven't we got a lot of work to do? Said Top Hat, changing the subject. OJ grinned.
You're right there, Top Hat. That's enough tales for today, Sunshine. Let's get on.
The tugs went off in different directions, carrying out the orders I had given them earlier. Warrior was shifting a cargo barge full of wood, so Sunshine took charge of Lord Stinker, the garbage barge. It wasn't a very nice job, but someone had to do it. Normally, Sunshine didn't mind doing his share of the nasty jobs, but today, after listening to the others, he was discontented.
If only I could have an adventure.
He sighed.
There's nothing very exciting about collecting the rubbish.
Sunshine didn't notice that Zip and Zug had overheard him. They were right behind a wall that he had just passed by.
So, little Sunshine's bored, is he? What a pity,
whispered Zug.
Let's give him an adventure he won't forget in a hurry,
added Zip. The two Z-stacks bobbed up and down as they rocked with laughter. Sunshine, meanwhile, had just finished collecting the rubbish when suddenly he felt two tugs shove into the back of him.
Hey, watch it, fellas! What the hell? Quiet, you,
said Zug in a menacing voice.
Or we'll use some of that pyromaniac Shulpak's dynamite. There's enough here to blow a miserable little tug like you sky high.
Sunshine was brave, but not that brave. He decided to cooperate. The tugs gave Sunshine instructions on where to go, keeping behind him all the time. They travelled through parts of the harbour that Sunshine had never seen. Now it was getting dark, and Sunshine was lost.
Okay, turn left here,
said Zip. Sunshine saw that he was in a dark and dingy shed that looked like it hadn't been used for years. It was cold and dirty. Sunshine felt rather small and a little bit scared. The kidnappers tied him up.
Why have you brought me here?
He asked, trying to see the kidnappers.
We have a devious plan,
said Zip, doing his best to sound convincing.
Right, we have work to do. Don't get lonely, will you?
Sniggered Zug. The two Z-Stacks left Sunshine alone in the shed. Sunshine looked thoughtful.
I must try to escape.
He was securely moored to an old jetty.
What can I use to free myself?
He said. That was when he noticed a piece of rusty metal sticking out of the water.
Well, it's worth a try,
he said, maneuvering himself next to it. Night came down fast. Back at the harbour, 10 Cents was worried.
Yeah, Sunshine should have been back from garbage duty ages ago. Have you seen him, OJ? No, I haven't. Perhaps he's in trouble. We must organise a search party. Good idea, OJ. Come on, everyone. We've got to find Sunshine.
Zoran steamed by. He had heard everything.
Problem, Star Tugs,
he said gloatingly.
You should keep that overgrown bath toy under control. Or shut up, Zoran, and give us some help.
For once, Zoran was left with no choice but to agree. He teamed up with Big Mac.
No funny business, okay, Zoran?
10 Cents and OJ retraced Sunshine's route to the Municipal Garbage Corporation, but it was no good. Sunshine had completely disappeared.
Oh, it's hopeless,
sighed 10 Cents.
We'll have to go back and tell Captain Star.
The tugs went slowly back to the Star Pier. 10 Cents was just wondering what he could tell me when he heard a familiar tooting.
Yeah, I know that whistle. That's Sunshine,
exclaimed 10 Cents.
Where have you been all this time?
Sunshine was all red-faced with excitement.
Listen, I've just had an incredible adventure. I was kidnapped.
What? Preposterous idea, Top Hat sniffed loudly.
But it's true. Zip and Zug crept up and kidnapped me. I fought like mad, but they threatened to blow me up with some of Billy's dynamite. They forced me to go to the far side of the harbour and tied me up in a creepy dark shed.
So why are you here now? Asked Warrior, confused.
Because I escaped. Those two didn't frighten me. And as soon as they left, I cut myself free.
By now, Zip and Zug were nearby. When they spotted Sunshine, they were very surprised. As Sunshine continued his story, they started looking guilty, but no one noticed except Zoran.
So you got your adventure after all, Sunshine,
said OJ with a big smile.
Yeah, but who did it?
Asked 10 Cents.
And why should anyone want to kidnap Sunshine?
Suddenly, everyone had turned round and was looking at Zoran.
Now come on, you lot. Of course it wasn't me. I looked for the little troublemaker, didn't I? Well, he's safe now, Zoran. That's all that matters,
said OJ.
Well, I can't wait to tell that gossip scuttlebutt Pete.
With a cheeky grin and a whistle, Sunshine set off for his mooring. Zip and Zug tried to sneak away before there were any more difficult questions, but it was too late. Looking even nastier than usual, Zoran stopped them and said,
You bungling idiots! See what happens when you try and do things on your own? Don't forget that I'm in charge here. So listen, double dredger work for both of you, now!
Zip and Zug argued bitterly all the way across to the dredger.
It's your fault, Zip. But it was your idea, Zug. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was.
After that day, Sunshine learned never to go wandering off on his own. It only leads to trouble, particularly when Z-Stacks are involved.